Hello, my beautiful souls. Here we are with Twin Flame, Twin Soul Energy Read for the week of January 16th. Now, as I'm looking at the cards and putting my cards down, and two fell out, which you see at the bottom of the screen, so I cannot disregard them. So I'm going to start by reading all the cards in the platter. And I'm not even going to say feminine or masculine because so many people are just taking when I say the masculine and they're throwing it at the male. And we operate in both the yin and the yang, which is the feminine and the masculine energy at different times. So here I'm going to just read the cards and you take what resonates with you without pointing the finger and saying this is what he's doing or this is what she's doing. So I'm going to start off with the messages that come at me that are just kind of jumping out right now. And what I see right now is there is a decision that is about to be made. And I'm going to say they are about to make this decision. This decision is going to be made. This decision is going to determine the path that they take. With this decision, I'm seeing that something is definitely coming to an end and they're ready to walk away. So I feel for those twins that may be in relationships, they've learned the lesson and now it's time for them to leave and go on their journey. They are having a hard time leaving because something seems to keep drawing them back. I do see that there may be some secrets or something manipulative by the karmic partner that is keeping them in that relationship. But I do feel that they are right now at the brink of making that decision and they're on their way out of that relationship. The veil has been lifted and their eyes have been open. I'm seeing that there is a full contentment coming in. I'm seeing like a new journey about to begin. So for those of you that are waiting for jobs, or moving or different movement in your life and you've been waiting for these prayers to be answered, I see those being answered. But I do definitely see patterns being left behind. So what I'm seeing is more of the twin flame awakening, eyes being opened, the veils being lifted, coming within their self and wanting to change and bringing that truth up. Like they've been deceiving themselves in feelings, thoughts, and making them feel that they're happy when all along this has just been a facade for them. They're realizing that they've been needy or they've been in this relationship for the wrong reasons, and now they're leaving this relationship. They're looking back to the past. They're looking back at the connection that they had. I also feel that a lot of them had a strong fear when they met you. There was a strong fear, and this fear kind of drove them away. But as it drove them away, it drove them into this awakening. But I definitely do see the king and the queen here. And the king is in this phase of growing and trusting more in the universe and opening up to the gifts, opening up to the intuition. This is more of a spiritual connection with source that is happening right now with our king. I see the queen coming into this contentment, but she has some things that are surfacing. There are some pains, there are some hurts that are still surfacing, but she's definitely working on them. And I'm calling on the king and the queen here, so do not take that as male or female. Just take what resonates with you. There are relationships that are ending that have children involved, and that has been the hardest part for the person leaving the relationship because of the children. But again, I do see decisions being made, and those decisions are being made, and that's it. They're standing on this decision no matter what. New journeys are starting. We're leaving a lot in the past. Thought patterns are changing. I do see still some staleness in some of the twin flames where they're kind of still stuck and they need to release a lot of their thoughts, their fears. And this is mainly fear and doubt. The fear and doubt is keeping you captive. It's keeping you from moving forward. And you need to understand, in order to move forward, you need to release that fear, that doubt, and you need to fully trust in the universe, God, Allah, whoever it is that you trust in. You need to trust in that higher power. Bring yourself into meditation. But I do see that, some are just keeping themselves on that pause button because you're not exactly where you're supposed to be in this journey for reunion to happen. So because you're not, they're not, and everybody is it's like pointless, a pointless situation where we're just stuck in the same thing. Thought patterns keep coming up. You got that little devil and angel on your shoulder that are just arguing back and forth. These thought patterns need to stop. You need to fully have the trust, that hope, that faith, that everything is working out according to the divine plan. You cannot rush it, but you can definitely slow this down. Because there is a point on this journey, and when you reach that point, that is when every door will open. Again, you can't force it to open, but it will open as you go on the journey. But if you're going to be sitting there like a couch potato in total fear of going out into the world, you're not going to be at the place and the position on your journey where you need to be for reunion. I do see reunions coming in. I do see reunions happening. I do see contentment. I do see love. I do see older twin flames having that yearning and a longing for children, but being beyond childbearing years, or in menopause, or the male has been told, no, you can't have any children, or just by chance something happened. I do see the older twins actually conceiving. I do see that contentment, that children, the fullness of motherhood coming into some of the older twins. Okay. Again, there's a lot of pointless arguing going on in your head with that fear and the doubt, and that needs to be released because you're keeping yourself stuck. It's your fear that's not letting you progress along. And I hear a lot of people say, oh, I surrendered and God's in control. But if you're still thinking and wanting to text and wanting to message and still keeping contact with that other person, then you haven't fully surrendered. You're still trying to force the situation. When you feel it in your heart that something is going on with the twin and you feel like you need to send them a message, send that message, but have no expectations in the return. But there's a lot out there that are really trying to force this by keeping the communication, and you're not helping with the process. Somebody is really standing on their word in this decision that has been made, and they are leaving a lot in the past. So I'm just trying to see if anything else pops out at me. I see just a lot of thinking. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of more practical thinking, especially with the ones that are in karmic relationships. These karmic relationships are coming to an end. The lessons are being learned, but we still have some needy, stubborn, or manipulative situations out there that are keeping one of the counterpart in that situation. Again, I'm calling, the king and the queen here, where there is that contentment. There is, I see more stability in the spiritual growth, the material growth, or more stability coming in to some of the twins. One of the intuition is really growing and on point. The connection with source is growing stronger. More people are surrendering, but there's still some that are not fully surrendering. Many moons have passed, and there's a lot of wondering, a lot of thinking, a lot of wondering. Some even feeling, what did I do? Why did they walk away? And the one walking away is looking back and wondering, how do I go back? There will be communication coming in for some of the twins. And it's just, this is going to be an exciting week. So anybody have any questions or concerns, go ahead and email me or make a comment below. And be strong, be brave, and just continue on that journey. Namaste.